Okay guys, welcome to Malaysia College Algebra. So in this video I'm gonna just go ahead and fix and correct the first assignment. It was due last week, and after I create the paper I realized that a lot of students did not do really well. Some students did well, but a lot of them did not really try much. You guys probably did not go to the master. You guys forgot the formula, or maybe you guys did not really take a look at the lecture note before doing the assignment. Another reason is because you guys did not get together to help each other. So there's many factors contributed to that bad grade. Okay, but anyway, this is first assignment, so you guys don't have to panic. I think you guys are gonna have to try better next time in the second assignment. But I'm gonna just go ahead and start with our first problem here. So on the first problem, I want you to factor the expression. Okay, and this is not like a regular problem. Actually, we use the same concept, but the problem is kind of a little bit different. It requires you to recognize the pattern and recognize the G-shape right away. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so let me fix the resolution a little bit, so it's kind of blurry. Let's see here. There you go. There you go. It's better now. So on the first assignment, I give you the expression 2x cubed y, okay, minus 2x y cubed, okay, minus 4 square minus 2xy. And the problem, they want you to factor the expression, and I already told you in class that the priority every time they want you, the question asks you to factor the priority is G-shape. So I'm going to just go ahead and find the G-shape of this, and you see that all four terms here, there's G-shape is 2xy, x squared minus y squared minus 2y minus 1. And I have to say that a lot of students get to this step, like 90% of you got to this step, so which is was really good. However, this you gotta stop over here, okay? Because there's more. This is not factor completely yet, because in the question I asked you to factor completely. Okay, so this is not a complete form, so here I have to go further. Okay, so in order to go further, you must be able to recognize the pattern. This is where a lot of people get stuck with, and you guys just stop over here. And you see that right here, excuse me, the last three term, that's a perfect square. So I factor the minus out because I share the minus in common. So y squared plus 2y plus 1. Let me change the, let me use different color. Okay. And okay. And you see that this is a perfect square. So you 2xy x squared minus this is perfect square over here, so this is y plus 1 square. And you have to use the difference of square, because it's another square. This is second square, the first square, so you have to use the difference of square. So you have 2xy a square minus b square. The formula is a plus b times a minus b, and I told you in class that this formula you have to memorize it. I know it's been haunting you for many years, but you have to memorize it. So this will give you a plus b times a minus b, so a plus b, okay, and multiplied by a minus b, so minus this goes distributed, There you go. So this is the final answer. This is completely factor. Okay. Another thing I want you to notice is every time you jump to the new line, you have to put the equal sign. Okay. In assignment, some students got the final and got it factor completely. However, you guys did not put the equal sign. And on a real test, I might take 1 point off. Okay. So be careful with that. So that is part A. On part B is easier. I give you this 2x squared minus 3 squared minus 4x to the 4 plus 9. There's two different approach here that you can use. Either you have to expand this, then combine line term, simplify that, then factor, or you can factor the minus. You group these two, factor the minus sign out, then factor, and you see the pattern, you factor one more time. But a lot of students expanded this two term here, the perfect square right here. So I think that's a good idea too. So let's go expand it. So we give you 4x to the 4, 12x squared plus 9 minus 4x to the 4 plus 9, and this is I rewrite it. So this is compiled. I simplified it, and I think I missed something, right? Oh, let me see. There's something. I think I missed something. Versus to the 4. Oh yeah, because I see. Oh, so I look like I cannot do this because when I expand it, this cancel out everything here. So I don't think that's a good idea to expand it. Okay. Yeah, you cannot expand it because you expand it and it cancel out the whole thing, and we want to factor only. So I don't think this is a good idea. So this is what we have to do. So I'm gonna keep the first two perfect square. I factor this out. I factor the minus 4 out. Okay. Then you will see that this is the difference of square right here. This is the same as 2x square, right? Minus 3 square, right? And this is the difference of square, so I use this formula right here. So I have 2x squared minus 3 square minus a square minus b square is a plus b times a minus c, so it's a plus b times a minus b. Okay. And now you must be able to recognize the pattern one more time. So in the first term, with this term and this term right here share 2x squared minus 3 in common. So I take 2x squared minus 3 in common now. And I take one time out, so we still have 2x squared minus 3 minus, I take this one out, so I have 2x squared plus 3. Okay. Now we're going to combine like term. Okay, minus is minus 6. There you go. So this is your final answer. Okay. I just want to make sure this is correct because that's kind of strange, because when I expand this one out, it cancel out everything. But when I do this, I just want to make sure that this is correct one. 2x squared plus 3, 2x squared minus 3, so I take this one out. So you have 2x squared minus 3 minus 2x squared plus 3. So I distribute the mean. So 2x squared minus 3 minus 2x squared, so 2x squared cancel out, minus, so it become minus 6, and I give you that. Oh yeah, so this should be good. This should be good now. Yeah, because the reason you cannot expand it, because when you expand it, it cancel out everything. So it's not a good idea to expand this. Okay. You see, when you expand this, this is cancel out, and this deny cancel out too. So you shouldn't expand it. You have to do like this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so that is for number 1, part A and B. So for number 2, number 2 is very typical example of a rational equation. All you have to do is you find LCD, and I realize that a lot of students still have trouble with finding least common denominator. In the lecture, I told you that every time you show a rational equation, you have to factor as much as you can. This cannot be factor. This cannot be factor anymore. But this one can be factor more. So you have to factor them out. Okay, you have to factor them out. So this is give you what? This is give you x plus 5, and this is x minus 2, right? I don't want to go through factoring trinomial anymore, because that's your job. You're supposed to know this when you have intermediate algebra. If you forget, I mean, you have to go back and review. Okay. I try to review every time I give you a lecture relating to or involving trinomial factor, but anyway, this is still your responsibility knowing this. Okay, so I factor this is I multiply by x minus 2, right? And over here I multiply by x plus 5. Then you see that I have a common denominator, so I just throw it away, and I have x minus 2 times 3x minus 1x plus 5 left, right, equals 7, and I distribute it, give you 3x squared minus 6x minus x minus 5, and I subtract both sides by 7 and turn out to be 0. Okay, and this is to give me a quadratic equation. So you have 3x squared minus 7x minus 12 equals 0, and I don't think we can factor this trinomial, so you have to use the quadratic formula. Okay, and I have to say that the answer should be excuse me, x equal to plus minus b squared would be 40 minus 4ac over 2a, so 2a would be 6. Okay, so you have to combine this, multiply this, and add this to simplify a little bit more. Okay, but don't ever take the radical unless unless it's a perfect square. You take the radical, give you the whole number, because I see a lot of decimal number, sometimes, and I really don't like that. It's not professional. That's all. Okay, so that is for 2a. Okay. For 2b, a lot of students have trouble with 2b when you try to solve absolute equation, because over here I have two pair of absolute equations, but I told you in the lecture note that you use the same formula, which is absolute of a equal b, absolute then a equal b or a equal to negative b. I already give you guys a hint. And this is your a here, and this is your b, and you just apply the formula, so you give you the absolute of x minus equal b, or minus equal to negative b. Okay. And some students miss the or, and you can get away with it at this time. However, on the real time, I might take 1.0. Okay, you cannot forget the word or, because it doesn't have the word or, then it wouldn't mean anything. So you have to put the word or over here, and over here you apply the formula one more. Before you apply the formula, you add both sides by x. Okay, divide both sides by x, and you have a one more time b here. So absolute of a equal to b, a equal b, or here. Okay, distribute the minus sign, so we have 2x equal -10, x equal -5. I have one solution, but I don't know this is extraneous solution or not. I cancel them out, so you have 0, -10. There's no solution here, but we still have another solution for this one. Give you 10x minus x, so 2x equal 10, x equal 5. Okay. So we have two integer solution here, and we need to check which one is the extraneous solution. And then plug 5 in. 5 absolute of 5 is 5 minus 5, so absolute 0, 0, 0 equal 10 doesn't work. So my answer is this one. This is extraneous. Okay. That is for B. Okay, let's just what else? Okay, it's for C. Excuse me. For C, I have to say that like 95% of you got this problem. As some of you did not get this, I think because you guys did not recognize, couldn't recognize the zero product property. So this is multiplication, so you can split it up equals 0, or this equals 0, and this is quadratic, and so you factor this one when you find GCF, and you apply zero product property one more time. And over here, this is radical equation, the basic one. You just square both sides. So x squared minus 4 equals 0, x squared equals 4. Then you use square root method to solve quadratic equation. You take square root, and every time you take square root, give you plus minus 2. So we have 0, 4, 0, 4, plus minus 2. Okay, and again you have to check if all of them is correct or not. So this is work. This is also work. Yes, so I think all four solution is correct. Okay, so that's the final answer. For D, D is a radical equation, so I have radical x squared plus square root of 4x plus 5 equal x plus 1. So this is radical A equal B. Give you the formula. You just need to square both sides because this is A right here. It's in the form, this is B in the form already. So I square both sides, give you x squared plus square root of 4x plus 5 equal to x plus 1 squared. And you expand this, give you x squared plus 2x plus 1. And you see this is cancel out because they have on both sides of the equation. So you have radical of 4x plus 5 equal to 2x plus 1. And you apply the formula one more time because you have the radical of a over b. So you square it. So give you 2x plus 1 squared. And you expand this, give you 4x squared plus 4x plus 1, and this 4x cancel out, so you have 4x squared. Subtract both sides by 1 equal 4, so x squared equal 1, so x equal to plus minus 1. Okay, and you plug it in. You plug 1 in. This is give you 2. This is give you 3, right? 1 which is square root of 9 give you 3, and 3 plus 1 is 4. square root 4 2. So look like positive 1 is correct, but the negative 1 doesn't work. Okay, so your answer is just x plus 1. Okay, that is for question number 2. Okay. Oh, I have space here, so I'm going to write over here. So for question number 3, I want you to solve absolute equation, and this is a very typical one. Okay, this is very simple one. The only hard time you have is just because it's in fractional form. However, you do the same thing. You put you have to put it in the form absolute a less than b. Then you use the formula. You have to use the formula, okay? Because every time we solve an absolute inequality, you have to use the formula. You just don't throw away the absolute bar. So I have this. So add both sides by 16. And find this denominator, then I have this common denominator, then I have 33 over 2, and I divide both sides by 4, so I have 33 over 16, and this is your a, this is your b, so I can apply absolute of a less than b, so negative b less than a less than b. Okay. And because I hate fraction, you want to get rid of the fraction, so I multiply all three sides over 16. I subtract both sides before, because when you solve inequality or equation, you need to isolate the x. Subtract by 4, so I have negative 99 16 minus 4 less than negative x less than 99 16 minus 4. Some students, they just throw away my x over here. You know, you subtract both sides by 4, but then x, the negative, is still attached to the x. You cannot just go ahead and throw away my negative one. Okay, so if I let's go to the denominator one more time, and I see that what I have here. So I have if I multiply by 16, so I have 16 negative 99 over 4, right? 64 less than negative x less than, this is 99 minus 64 over 16. So I have here is do I get something wrong here? Oh, I got something. It's not 16. It's 8. I'm sorry. 8. So this 8. So 8 here. So 8 here. So this 32, and this is 8 here. So it's 32 also. So I have 9 plus 2, 11. 10, 31. Over negative 8, right? Less than negative x less than 67 over 16, and I divide both sides by negative 1 in order to get rid of, and every time I divide by negative I flip the sign, so I'll give you 131 over 8 greater than x greater than negative 67 over 16. Okay, and I can reorder the position, because the smallest number is always on the left hand side, so I have negative 67 over 16 less than x less than 101 over 8, and this is your answer. Okay, that is for 3a, and for 3b, let me get some paper. Hold on. For 3b, 3b is very fractional, and I know that a lot of students hate fraction, but I think this is a good chance for you to review fraction, how to add, multiply, divide fraction. Come on, you should be able to do this at this level. Okay, you have to. And 3b. Okay, 3b is go as this. Okay, it's greater than. Okay, negative 3t over 4 minus a half minus 4 over 3t plus 2. Okay, there's some different approaches to how to do this. You can combine, find this common denominator here, or you can find this common denominator for all of them. So in my opinion, I'll just go ahead and distribute it. Okay, distribute it. Okay, then I'm going to combine all the term with t together. So this is on a term with t together. So I'm gonna move this and this, move this and this to the left hand side. And when I move, I change the sign, right? So negative become positive. Okay, then I move this fraction to the right hand side. So I have 5 over 2 minus a half minus a over 2. I just rewrite it, and I find this common denominator here. And then when I find this common denominator here, it gives you 19t over 12 is greater than. And I find this common denominator over here, gives you negative 4 over 6. And I can get t by divide both sides by 19 over 12. So if you do keep change flip. Okay, so t will be what? I simplify this to get 2, so your answer is negative 8 over 19. And you can put in interval notation is this. Okay, so on the test, I want you to put into interval notation. Okay. Okay. All right. C. It looked pretty complicated because I put a lot of radical there, but if you recognize the pattern, you will see that it's not really that bad. You should be able to simplify whatever I have on the right hand side right away, because it's just a combined like term right here. On the top is a similar term, at the bottom is similar term. You just cancel them out. This is the concept: combine like term, combine radical. When you learn the intermediate algebra, so this 4 plus 2 is 6. Radical 3 over radical 3. So I cancel them out. So right now it become a compound inequality. It's pretty easy one. It's kind of look like the problem we had in the lecture note. So I multiply all three sides by 3. Okay, and this is again negative 12 minus 3x minus 1 less than 19. I add both sides by 1, give you 11. Okay, 19, I divide both sides by 3, so I have negative 11 over 3 less than equal x less than equal to 19 over 3, and this is your answer. And you can put in interval notation this bracket negative 11 over 13, because we include we have an equal sign. You have to put bracket and over here 19 over. That's it. Okay. On 3D, 3Ds, I have to tell you this. On 3D, again, it looks just very complicated, but it is nothing. It's very simple, because look at that, absolute of phi. And come on, a lot of students don't know how to take absolute of phi. It's kind of, I don't know how I should feel, but this is the concept you already learned. Okay, absolute of phi, just phi, right? So I just go ahead and throw away the absolute part. Okay, and right now become what? Become you multiply both sides by absolute of 4 minus x, right? because you try to bring it back to the form. I told you many times that you have to bring it back to the form. So that I cancel out. So I have 5 greater than 1 time absolute. 4 minus 1 is 4 minus 1 absolute, right? And this one I can reorder absolute 4 minus 1 less than 5, because look at that. You are taller than your brother, and your brother is shorter than you. Okay, remember that I told you guys a couple times during the lecture. So you have absolute of A less than B. This is in the form already. Absolute of A less than equal B. Then give you what? Negative B less than A less than B. Okay, so you negative 5 less than equal 4 minus x less than equal 5. Then I subtract both sides. I give negative 9 less than negative x less than equal to 1. I divide both sides by negative 1 because I want to get rid of the negative here, so we give positive. Switch the sign, and I have to reorder the position because the smallest number is on the left hand side, okay, according to the number line. So I put negative 1 less than equal x less than equal 9. And this is so you can express only using interval notation. Will be bracket negative 1 comma 9 bracket, and that's it. Okay, and that's it. So you don't have to worry about this. Okay. So I have to say that most of the problem, most of the problem in the assignment is based on the concept we learn in class. Okay, and based on 50% of the concept in the assignment based on what you really learn in intermediate algebra. There's nothing new in this one, and the problem is not really hard. It's not really. I don't want to put like a really hard top problem for you to do. No, I don't want to do that. So this is very standard one, and in order to be successful with assignment, again, I have to recommend you that you have to go to the math center. You guys gotta have each other, okay? Because if you guys don't have each other, you guys don't get into group. You guys have to get into group and help each other. I don't know what you guys doing. You guys texting, calling, say, okay, Jack, are you available today? Can we get together and do the assignment? Something like that, okay? That's what you're supposed to do, okay? I try to give you guys a lot of chance to learn from each other, to learn from me, and to learn from each other. And just think about it. Nobody give you that, and nobody want you to get together and do assignment, all right? Because you guys probably copy from each other. But unless you guys do that, because I know that when you guys do that, you guys can learn from your classmate, you guys can learn from me. So that's a very good opportunity to improve your math skill. Alright, so if you guys have any questions, you guys think that I have careless mistake in this video, just let me know. I try to post the solution on YouTube. I'm going to give you the link. And if you guys want to know when I put the solution, you can just I would say you should subscribe it, but you find your own way to see if I post anything on the channel, on the YouTube channel, or not, okay? Because it's your job to see the assignment solution or test solution or the lecture. If you missed your class, you can watch the lecture one more time. So I think that's all for today. I'm going to give you a second assignment. I already gave you a second assignment. We're going to talk more about if you guys have any concern related to the first assignment. And I'll see you next time.